Sorry about that. All right, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, and you're now tuned in to another episode of J and B, the talk of the dirty, dirty South, man. Hey, got my boy in the building, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but we got something special for y'all today, man. So go ahead, Bush, take it away,
What's
man.
going on, P? What's going on? You already know it. Bush the Great, And we in the building today, talk some sports with you. Go ahead go ahead, tune in, relax, and go ahead get them typing finger ready for you can go ahead and start comment and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if you joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, we appreciate the support, man. Y'all keep showing us support as we do these videos for y'all, man. So today we got some special lined up for y'all. It's our first episode of the regular season, and we gonna go ahead and kick it off. So as y'all saw, early in the before we even got on camera, y'all saw our overlay, man. It was the Atlanta Falcons versus the Philadelphia Eagles, man. We at home. It's week one, man. So we about to go ahead and get into this video. We got a lot of things lined up for y'all. So man, hey, continue to support the channel, man. Don't forget to tell everybody, man. Tell your daddy, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat. And throw in your pet snail if you got one, man. Tell everybody about the show, man. Hey, anything you want to talk about before we get going?
I keep on supporting, man. I appreciate the support as they keep doing what you're doing. And like how I say, hey, tell people about it. Tell a friend, your mom and daddy. We don't care who it is. Tell somebody and have them tune in every time we come on this thing, and giving y'all the sports talk.
Yes, sir. Hey, before we even get started, man, let's take some time out, just a couple of seconds to give a moment of silence for all the for September the 11th, 9/11. Y'all know today is the anniversary. I think it's a 10-year anniversary today. So we just gonna give them a little silent silent moment to remember all the people who lost their lives, all the people who actually helped out to make to help out with the destruction of the Eiffel Towers and all that good stuff, the twin towers. I'm sorry. So we just gonna take a little second of silence. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. First, we got this segment we call the keys to the dub, man. So the keys to the dub, what we see, y'all know what a dub is. A dub could be the $20 bill, or it could be a W. So we gonna go keys to the dub. This is the first segment. In this segment, we want to give y'all our one take on the offense, defense, and just an overall, key to the victory against the Philadelphia Eagles that the Falcons need to do in order to get this dub. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my boy, start it off, man. Keys to the dub, man. We hope y'all enjoy this segment.
All right, keys to the dub. What the Falcons need to do to win this game, of course, we have to run the ball. Our running game have to be productive. We have to go out there and put up yards. I've been hearing some people talk. Some people think that Mike Davis is gonna put up 100 some yard this game. I hope he do, cause that's one of the biggest keys that we have to be able to run the ball. We have to be able to make them big third down conversion. Um, we have to do that, and I think hey, with this game here, Matt Ryan, he should target a lot of different players. I don't think we should go deep down the field. We need to make little short routes, little hitches. there across the middle a little bit. They keep running the ball down their throat and stuff. That one of the big keys I think we have to do on the offensive side. On the defensive side, we have to play in our position. We got to stay in our area. Um, the biggest spot gonna be the DBs. I think they're gonna try to target the DBs a lot. I think they're gonna try to throw it. I think the DBs gonna have to be on their P's and Q's tomorrow. Because anybody who pay attention to football know we got a good linebacker core. I don't think they're gonna try to throw across the middle too much. Um, they definitely gonna try to run the ball with center. They definitely gonna try to run it. But I think the biggest thing that they're gonna try to hit us at is them out routes and deep. So the DBs have to play. I think those are the keys for the Falcon offense and defense. For our offense, a running ball, we got to establish our running game. Any team that go far in the league, they have to have some kind of running game. They run, they rush. You got to put some kind of fear in your heart. So we need to establish that rushing game. So definitely on offense, that on defense, the DB definitely got to step up. Cause I think they're gonna try to hit at our DB, and they're gonna try to attack them. So the DB definitely have to step up and prove themselves this first game of the season. Hey, how I can't hear nothing you saying. Nah, I still can't hear you. Nah. No.
How about now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what was going on. Could you hear me when I was on the introduction and all that?
Yeah, I heard you then.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. If you following us, and we just had a few little technical difficulties with my microphone. Hey, if you watching, man, let us know you're in the building, man. Send us a comment. Like, share, comment on these videos, man. So, let me check some stuff out real fast so I give y'all my take. Okay. I don't know what happened. All right. So my keys to the dub. I'm gonna start off with the offense first. First, we gotta let Matt Ryan show off his weapons. That's the main thing. Because a lot of people been trying to say, oh, the Falcons, what they gonna do without Julio Jones? Julio Jones is the reason why Matt Ryan was getting the ball out of his hands. What we about to see? You about to see what Matt Ryan is about. I've been campaigning for Julio Jones to be gone for about 2 years now. But I think a lot of people look at, oh, Julio Jones, he's a great talent. But at the same time, like I told y'all before, Matt Ryan needs receivers that's gonna run crisp routes, and he don't need the pressure of trying to force it to a receiver. Now he pretty much can throw to anybody. Calvin Ridley, yes, he's our number one receiver, but Calvin Ridley is not that type of receiver that demands the ball. So I think Matt Ryan now gets to play more comfortable. And I think Matt Ryan, he's a rhythm thrower. So he's gonna make sure he get the right guy the ball. And without Julio Jones, I think it's gonna be better for him. Of course, we got Kyle Pitts coming in, Hayden Hurst. You got Calvin Ridley, you got Russell Gage, you got Alameda Zaccheaus, all those guys coming out in the slot. So I definitely think that we gotta throw the ball, because trying to run the ball, especially with our starting left guard out, and Jalen Mayfield having to step in as the left guard. Although I think he's gonna be good at the left guard, but we gotta remember Fletcher Cox right there in that middle, stuffing that run. So you're gonna have to pass the ball. So I definitely want to see the Falcons utilize Matt Ryan's weapons in this first game. We gotta come out throwing that thing. That's pretty much why I feel like we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Moving on to my defense keys to the dub. We got to force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball in tight windows. Yes, we can blitz him. We can put that pressure on him. But on passing downs, we got to make it tough on him, because you don't want to let him out the pocket. We already know that. If we let him win with his legs, then we won't win. We probably won't win this game. But we force Jalen Hurts to make passes to his receivers. Who they got? Jalen Rager. They do got Devontae Smith.
Mhm.
And some other guys. But we need to force him to make good throws. Make him beat us with his arm and not with his legs. So that's my keys to the dub as far as the defense. My overall other keys to the dub is the fans got to bring the energy, man. We need energy. If you gonna go to the game, don't just go to the game. Act like you at church. We need you to act like you at you. It's Sunday, yes, but it's after church. We need you to bring that energy to those players, because at the end of the day, if the fans are loud, it makes it harder for the Philadelphia Eagles to play well. We need to make sure it's a hostile environment for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is almost a rivalry game. We've been playing the Philadelphia Eagles for the past few years, and it's been coming down to the wire. So we need to make sure that the fans have to be loud. If y'all are loud, I think that gives the players that energy, but also it makes the Philadelphia Eagles have. I want to see that. I want to see Jalen Hurts looking like this when he get into play. I don't want to see him just walking up to the line, looking at his wristband. Yeah, yeah, we good, man. Let's go run this play. No, we need to make it hard for him. So those are my keys to the dub, man. Any rebuttal that you have on that?
Now, I think that's a good, especially for the offense. Matt Ryan definitely need to come out and show his weapon and show what he got. Um, he he definitely need to show that arm. You know. Then of course, it's like you said, hey, the defense, hey, they got to put that pressure on Hurts. You got to put he a young quarterback. He love to use his leg, so we gotta make him stay in that pocket and throw that ball out quick. Have to, cause if he get on the outside of you, he got speed. The dude can, and the guy can run. But I think a couple of them hits for Walker and a little corn, hey, he gonna calm down quick. I think they're gonna be the two bigger player tomorrow on defense, cause they're gonna have to calm him down quick.
Right, right. All right, so let's move to the next segment. The next segment is called. I never even put my banners up. I got the little banners going on. So the next segment we're going into is called the ATL versus the Philadelphia Eagles matchup. In this segment, what we like to do is we like to take each team and judge them. Pretty much talk about who has the advantage at each position, and those positions are going to include the quarterback. We're going to talk about who has the advantage at quarterback, who has the advantage at running back, that's including fullback, wide receivers and tight ends together, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, DBs, that's including all cornerbacks and safeties. And then also we're going to end it off with the special teams. So we're going to tell you who we think has the advantage at each position. So first, let's start off at quarterback. I guess I'll start it off. I got to
Mhm.
get a nod to the Atlanta Falcons with Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan is definitely light years better than Jalen Hurts. Although Jalen Hurts can, win with his legs, but I think Matt Ryan, he's the veteran. He's gonna be throwing that thing. So I think we have the advantage at quarterback. What you think, Bush?
Of course, I gotta go with Man of Eyes. Hey, a lot of people sleep on Man of Eyes. Hey, Man of Eyes is a good quarterback. This guy have proved it before. I don't know why people not watching like the films like before when Julio Jones, man, Randall White was out, and he had to do it with Harris, and I forget who the other wide receiver was. That's how sorry that wide receiver was, you know. But he still went out up and put up 4,000 some yards. So, hey, I think, hey, the quarterback gonna be Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan, he don't really have nothing to prove, but he has something to prove at the same time. So I think he gonna come out this year beasted. So I gotta give it to the Falcons. The Falcons gonna take that quarterback.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the running back slash fullback position. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start that thing off.
Of course, you know this was horrible for me. Um, oh, I gotta give it to the Eagles because I do got Sanders. Eagles were, I think, like number 9 overall, a rushing yard last year, and I think per carry they were like number 2. They was up there. Santa had a beast year last year. Can he do it again this year? We don't know. We don't know. We about to see. But I have to give it to the Eagles. Even though I think that Mike Davis gonna put up some yard, Patterson gonna put up some yard. Of course, and like Smith said at the beginning of the year, um, he gonna play all different running. We not just gonna have one running back. So I don't expect to see 2 or 3 running backs coming in running the ball for the Falcons. But I gotta give it to the Eagles. Cause they will, and since the number they put up last year, even though it's a different year, I think Santa's gonna probably come out and do pretty good. So I'm gonna give it to the Eagles.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I got to go with the Eagles as well. Even though the Falcons, like you said, we got the running back by committee. Arthur Smith is gonna bring that running game back to Atlanta. But right now, I just don't think that this is the game that we're gonna be able to do that with Fletcher Cox, like I stated before. But I just feel like Miles Sanders, he's a great running back. He, like you said, last year he had a year last year. Can, like you said, can he follow that up this year? Will, only time will tell. But I definitely think Miles Sanders is a better running back than our running back committee that we currently have. And the only reason I'm saying that right now is because we haven't been able to see what our running game going to look like, especially with Jalen Mayfield having to step in and be that left guard. The offensive lineman last year, we couldn't establish the run last year. So we got a lot to prove this year. But I definitely think that the Philadelphia Eagles running back committee is better than the Falcons running back committee right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on to the next position, wide receivers, including tight ends. Now I'm gonna start this thing out. Hey, you already know where I'm going. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, whoever is at the slot, Alameda Zaccheaus or Christian Blake or Taji Sharp. We don't know who's gonna be in that slot. But what I can tell you, we know who's gonna be at that tight end position, and it's gonna be Hayden Hurst and it's gonna be Kyle Pitts. I think when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles run wide receivers, they got a lot of small receivers like Jalen Watkins. They do have Devontae Smith, who I believe is a good receiver. He can run routes. He's fast, but at the same time, can that translate into the NFL? He already has a small frame as far as body size. He's probably gonna be lining up a lot against AJ Terrell, and then on the other side you got Fabian Moore. So it's gonna be physical, and I just don't feel like they're gonna be able to match up with the Atlanta Falcons receiving core. I think we have the better receiving core, man.
Oh, definitely. Hey, you hit it right. Hey, you hit it right there, man. You hit that nail right on the head. Like, hey, with that wide receiver core, um, hey, people sleeping on the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver core. Don't think what you seen in preseason what gonna be in the regular season. Cause
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get to see Cal really. We didn't really get to see Cal Pitts, but one game he only played a short amount of time. You
Right.
know, um, even Russell Gage. We didn't get to see them play like that during the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we definitely didn't get to see them play with Matt Ryan. So I'm like the Falcons gonna have the best wide receiver. They have the best wide receiver core of the matchup today. Cal Ridley gonna put on numbers. He gonna do numbers. Cal Ridley, I think last year had 1,000-some yards, like 15 or 16 touchdowns. I think Cal Ridley is out here to prove himself even more, since everybody keeps saying that while Julio Jones, our wide receiver course, is just not that good. They out
Mhm.
here to prove it. And like you hit on before, we still got that boy Kyle Pitt and Hurt. These two good tight ends. And Kyle Pitts, for what we seen him do in college, that boy was a magnitude. Like he was outstanding. So hey, I gotta give it to the Falcons on here. The Falcons definitely gonna outdo it. I just don't see the Eagles like you hint to it before. They got a whole bunch of small dude. I think they taught a wide receiver is Smith, who I think 6 foot or 6'1", something like that.
1, yeah.
So yeah, they really don't got no, and he not a big guy. He ain't like he a strong guy. And you facing some physical cornerback. AJ Terrell is physical. Faber Moore. If y'all never seen him play, he a physical guy. So yeah, I have to give it to the Falcons. The Falcons definitely gonna be the best wide receiver core in the
Mhm.
game tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's move on to the next position. We got the offensive line. Uh, I think I started off last time, so you get to
Yeah.
start off this time. Who you got?
Okay, the offensive line is kind of like a tie, but if I have to pick one, I'm gonna say the Eagles. Cause the Eagles offensive line been with each other more, even though they got some veterans over there. But they just been with each other, so they got that jail better. We still trying to figure out offensive line out, and we got Mayfield who started here rookie. I think he gonna be pretty good. He still got a lot to prove, a lot of ways to go, but they both gonna be a pretty good. Uh, it's gonna be a challenge for both of them. But I think the Eagles probably gonna have the much better offensive line since they've been together more than our young guys. But I can't wait to see our offensive line, the starters out there playing together on offensive line, and actually been out there together because we haven't seen that yet either. So, hey, this gonna be the first time we
Yeah.
actually see them all together. So, back if I had to pick, I give it to the Eagles.
Yeah, I gotta go with you on the Eagles side of the ball. Like you said, they've been together for a little bit longer. Also, our offensive line just haven't been consistent. Even though last year the Eagles' offensive line was one of the worst in the league, but I definitely think it was more due to them not having Carson Wentz anymore. It was more of a Jalen Hurts, and then they ain't had no receivers. They really didn't have any weapons. They did have a running game last year, but I just felt like the Eagles just wasn't. It just wasn't the Eagles' offensive line last year. But them having Brandon Brooks and all those guys, they have more veteran. They have more cohesion. Right now, we still trying to figure it out. Yes, we do have Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, who are the two, in my opinion, the best players on our offensive line. But there's still some questions. Can Matt Hennessy step up this year? He did pretty good in the preseason, but when we looked at the preseason, our offensive line, we just didn't look well. We didn't look good. Jalen Mayfield having to step up and try to figure this thing out. And then Caleb McGarry, he had some times last year where he had a good game, but then he had some times where he was just looking horrible. So right now we have too many questions on our offensive line to sit here and say we have a better offensive line than the Philadelphia Eagles. So right now we got to prove. We got a lot of holes that we got to prove. So I got to give the nod to the Philadelphia Eagles just like you.
Mhm.
Moving on to the next defensive line. I guess I'm gonna start this thing off. I got to give it to the Philadelphia Eagles. The reason why is because they got Fletcher Cox, they got Derek Barnett. I'm sorry, Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
They got Josh Sweat. They got those guys coming off the edge, along with Javon Hargrove in the middle. I got to give it to him. Right now, yes, we have Grady Jarrett, who's the best player to me on the defensive side of the ball for the Atlanta Falcons. But, Dante Fowler Jr., he got a lot to prove. Marlon Davidson, we got to see better, out of him. Tyler Davidson, he's a run stopper. He's not really, he's not going to really get in the game that often. He's a situational guy. John Kaminsky, he really didn't get any time, but I definitely think that the Philadelphia Eagles are more consistent than we are. They gonna shut down that run. They're a run stopping team with Fletcher Cox in the middle and Hargrove. But then on them outsides, you got, like I said, you got Derek Barnett. I'm sorry, Brandon Graham, who can get to the quarterback. So I definitely think that they have the advantage at the defensive line position.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on the Eagles. On their defensive line, it's a solid defensive line. Um, hey, they've been together for I think all these players played together at least 2 or 3 years together so far. They know each other. They know how each other play. They know how to roll off each other. and they know when this person is lacking, how to attack the ball. Um, um, or when this person not attacking the ball right. So they just got that team spirit together. The Falcons we still working on our defensive line. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that we just that sorry. I think our defense line gonna put us some numbers tomorrow. I think we're gonna make some sacks. I think we're gonna make some noise because we have the players to do that. But since the pit, I'm gonna have to go with the veterans who been there, who done that, and still doing it to this day. So I gotta give it to the Eagles. I think the Eagles gonna probably have the best defensive line. We may say come out with a better defense because I think that D's is gonna blitz a lot of problems. He gonna put that pressure on them. But I have to give it to the Eagles for the defensive line. I think the Eagles gonna probably have the best commodity of a defensive line.
Yep, yep. All right, so let's move on to the next position, the linebacker position. I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick that thing off for.
Oh, you know that linebacker for the Falcons. Hey, you already know. Hey, I think the Falcons gonna have a beast linebacker core this year. I don't think no linebacker core gonna hold up to the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm gonna give it to the Atlanta Falcons. Jones gonna have a good game. I think a little corn definitely gonna come out. He ready to play. He ready to show people what he got. And Walker, I think Walker is ready to step up and show I'm here. Y'all gonna know my name by the end of their regular season here. Y'all gonna know who I am. You not only you gonna know who I am, you gonna know who the Falcon linebacker core is. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Falcons. I don't see the Eagles having good linebacker core. They got Singletary, they got Wilson. I don't see they not that good. They all right, but they linebacker core is not that good. And I think with you going against a tight end core like Galvas, your linebacker core is not going to be that. It's just not going to be effective as you want it to be. So I'm gonna give it to the Atlanta Falcons. I think we got one of the best linebacker core out there. So I'm gonna give it to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes, sir. You on the right side, my brother, because this linebacker crew gonna be one of the best linebacker crews in the league. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, Deion Jones. We already know what we get out of Deion Jones. He can cover. We may have him spying on Jalen Hurts a little bit a few times in the game. You never know. But he can stop the run. He can run sideline to sideline. He got good passing coverage. And then you bring it on to Foye Oluokun, who last year was the one of the best linebackers in the league. I think he got snubbed out of the Pro Bowl, but definitely he had a coming out year last year, and then also this year he's on his contract year. This is the year he's trying to get that big contract, so he definitely gonna be securing the bag this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with Jones, he can cover, he can stop the run, he can run sideline to sideline. Fourier can do it all. I think he's gonna also be the leader of this defense eventually when it's all said and done. I think Fourier Oluokun is our best linebacker on this crew. Then you bring it on to Michael Walker. Michael Walker, he beefed up this year. He looked good in the preseason. The whole preseason. He's the only one that actually got to play during the preseason, and he looks good. He can rush the quarterback. He can cover. He can stop the run. So to me, those three linebackers already are going to be the best in the league. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you still got Brandon Copeland. You still got Etheridge coming in sometimes who showed promise in the preseason. He can stop the run. He's very instinctive. One thing about him, he can block shed, but also he don't let the run come to him. He go get the run. One thing that's one thing that Deion Jones suffers with. He's not that instinctive as far as going to stop the run before it gets started. If the run goes at him, it's over for him. He's not really good at block shedding and getting off blocks. Fourier Oluokun can, but at the same time, Etheridge, man, he's a head hunter. So I definitely think we have the better linebacker crew. I didn't even look up the Eagles linebacker crew because I felt like it was none as it ain't gonna compare to what we have here in Atlanta. So I just didn't even waste my time. I just automatically, you know how you just check off some that you just know. The Falcons got definitely has to nod at linebacker committee for me. So yeah, let's go ahead and move
Definitely.
on, man. Ain't even no point of even talking about it anymore. Next, the DBs. like I said, this is including cornerbacks and safeties. I guess I'm gonna start this one off. Uh, I got to give it to the Atlanta Falcons. AJ Terrell,
Mm.
Fabian Moore. Then you got Isaiah Oliver, most likely gonna be in that slot. Then when you look at our back end, we got Eric Harris. And then you got Deron Harmon. I think we got some great guys that's gonna be able to, stop the passing game. And then, like I stated before, Philadelphia Eagles, they got a lot of small, wide receivers. Don't really have any height, and sometimes that's a good thing. They got the speed, but at the same time, if your quarterback, I don't think Jalen Hurts has that kind of arm to be, waiting for them boys to get off. First of all, get off the line. Then when you get off the line, you still got to run your route. I just don't feel like they're going to be able to make them contested throws, contested 50-50 balls. I just think the Atlanta Falcons have the advantage. AJ Terrell 6'1". Fabian Moore 6'1". Then you got Isaiah Oliver in the slot at 6 feet, 6'1", and then you got them big safeties on the back end. Then you still got to count Richie Grant coming in there, Jalen Hawkins coming in there, TJ Green coming in there. You still got Kendall Sheffield. You still got some guys. I think we deep at our cornerback position. Now, the Eagles do have a shutdown cornerback. They do have Darius Slay, but I just don't think that Darius Slay can do it all by himself. I think the Atlanta Falcons have the advantage at the DB position, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta go with the Falcons on this. You hit on to it. We got AJ Terrell. We already know what AJ Terrell can do. We seen it last year. I think this guy gonna come out here and do it again this year.
Mm-hmm.
On Flipper Moore, I think Moore gonna, and y'all gonna see a different Moore than when he used to play for different teams on other teams. I think he gonna come out and he gonna step up. We also got Oliver, and we know Oliver played good in the slot spot in the on Nooker as a third cornerback. But we also got TJ Green. He playing cornerback and safety this year for us. So, hey, that's a bit. He's 6'3" and pretty big. He like 200 pounds. So, hey, this a big guy who got speed, height, and you ain't just gonna be able to launch that ball up. You gonna have to bullet that ball in, and I don't think Hurts got that. Um, and like you said, the safety Harris, Harmon, Hawkins gonna get some time. I think Grant gonna definitely get some time. You know, our DBs are way better than the Eagles. The only player that I know that the Eagle got down, I'm like, okay, he probably could do something is Slay. But Slay also started going down. I think he played with the Lions before. He started going down. He won the same slate when he came out of college. I think he played for FSU when he came out of college. He not that same player no more. He much older and he can't move like he used to. So we definitely got the better DB core, and I really think we're gonna really see our DB core really play good. I think a lot of people judge us off the preseason, but we didn't really have our starters out there. We really never played our starter. We were trying to see who we're gonna cut and who we're gonna keep, because we had so many players. And like I said, I think Moore gonna be a different player this year. Moore always been a good player to me. He just was in the right system. But I think with this system we got here, I think Moore gonna play. And a lot of people, y'all forget about Williams. Avery, I think his first name
Avery
Avery.
Williams.
He had a good preseason. If y'all look down him, that guy was all over the field. And hey, he stood on the roster, so he may get some playing time. But I think we got the best DB core out of the Eagles and us. So I'm gonna definitely have to go with the Falcons on
Yeah.
this right here.
Yep. Hey, so first of all, let me shout out to some of the people that's following us on Facebook. For some reason, at first it wasn't sharing, so I couldn't see the comments, but now I'm able to see them. Shout out to my boy Eric Borkins Jr. Man, he said, "Hey, I'm in here, man. He in the building. Hey, we appreciate the support, my boy Eric, man. Next, Ian Johnson. He said, he always coming on the videos. I'm getting tired of this guy, man. He talking about some Let's Go Broncos. I mean, come on, man. We ain't even talking about the Broncos. But, he in the building, so support. Shout out to my boy Ian. He also said, but ATL winning 38-24. He already made his prediction. But Ian, we about to get to that. In our next segment, well, it's gonna be the segment after the next segment. We're gonna actually do our weekly, the J and B weekly game picks. But before we get there, I know you're ahead of I know you're ahead of the game. But I mean, you have to be ahead of the game because the Broncos, they ain't after like week 10, they already focusing on next year anyway. So you just getting ready for the season. Ain't no problem, my brother. But hey, man, we appreciate the support for everybody that's watching, that's tuning in, man. Hey, like, share, comment on these videos if you got something to say, because you know we always gonna comment back, man. We appreciate the support. So we're gonna go ahead and kick the last position, and we want to go special teams. I guess I think you gonna start this one off. I did
Yeah,
the
I'm
DBs.
all right. I'm gonna definitely go with the Falcons. We got quarter Patterson. Everybody know what he could do already. Everybody know what he could do already. So it really ain't no comparing no more. Soon you say that guy's name. He one of the best special team players out there. But the cornerback that I mentioned earlier, Wayne's gonna be our punt return guy. That guy, hey, he was running that route during the preseason. So hey, I gotta go with the Falcons. The Eagles, I've seen the Eagles, but I don't even know who these guys is. Yeah, they not even that. They not even that special to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they got they gonna have their wide receiver return their kid. Then they got that dude Kenna Gainwell. I don't know nothing about him, but
He'll running back.
I just don't see him being as good as who we know. Oh, Mr. Patterson out there. Hey, I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with Falcons all day on that one.
Okay. Yeah. You already know what I'm with. I'm with the hometown team, man. The Atlanta Falcons got the advantage at the special teams position. Like he stated before, Cordell Patterson. That's all I gotta say, really. But he's a Swiss Army, knife. He can do it all, man. He can return kicks. He can play receiver. He can play running back. Shit, he probably can even throw the ball if you give it to him. So I gotta go with Cordell Patterson. Plus, you stated before, Avery Williamson. I'm sorry, Avery Williams will be returning those punt returns. He did it in college. He won that position in the preseason. Even though I felt like Chris Rowland also had a good preseason
Mm.
as far as returning kicks, but I think Avery Williams just gave us more. He gave us more of a energy and also an energy boost and also better field position. When he got his chance, he would take it. But
Mm.
so I think as far as returners, we got it. But we got to look at the main thing, and that's the kicker. Young Way Cool. Young Way Cool, man. You already know that man there. Hey, one of the best kickers in the league. I definitely think he has proven that, and he's loved in Atlanta, man. Everybody in Atlanta love him. When he make the kick, when he come on the field, it's cool. He's Young Way Cool, man. So I definitely think we have the advantage at the special teams position, man. So hey, unless you got some more to add on to that, let's move on to the next segment.
All right, let's go and go. Next segment.
Next
Yeah.
segment, man. So the next segment, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give y'all our early prediction of our Super Bowl predictions. Who would be representing the NFC? Who will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl? So first, we're gonna start off with the NFC. I'm sorry, we're gonna start off with the AFC. Who you got representing the AFC in the Super Bowl?
LC. Hey, a lot of people gonna say I'm probably crazy. They probably gonna call me in it, but I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I think the
Okay.
Patriots. Bill Belichick gonna. Hey, Matt Jones. I seen him play. Matt Jones been throwing that rock. Then they got a running game over there. I'm going with the Patriots. Their defense is a solid defense. So hey, I'm going with the Patriots. I think the Patriots gonna represent them. I think the Patriots gonna make a comeback.
Okay, let me address these comments. Ian Johnson, he started off with saying cool. Hey, Young Way Cool, man. But then he put his foot in his mouth. He put his foot in his mouth, and he gave his Super Bowl, his AFC Super Bowl, I guess representative. We already know who he's talking about. He said the Denver Broncos.
Hey,
The only thing the Denver Broncos will be doing in this Super Bowl is throwing peanuts, sweeping up the confetti, selling beers. Hey, I got popcorn beers. Come on, that's all they gonna be doing because they would not be in the Super Bowl. First of all, you don't have a quarterback. Now, if you had a quarterback, if you had Aaron Rodgers, hey, I would say the Denver Broncos would be in the Super Bowl. But because y'all don't have them, you ain't got Shannon Sharp, you ain't got John Elway, you ain't got Terrell Davis, whoever you can dig up from the grave, you ain't got them guys this year. So you won't be at the Super Bowl unless you there representing the AFC by throwing peanuts, sweeping up the field, selling tickets. That's the only way you get into the Super Bowl. Other than that, you will be on the couch watching the Super Bowl with me, watching the game. So we I just wanted to go right there. Also, he said best defense 2022. Hold on. You don't even know how to say 2022 yet. The man said 2202. So I guess he's talking about a whole 100 years from now, they will have the number one, the best defense. So I'm just gonna go with that. But he think that I'm guessing he assuming that the Broncos gonna have the best defense in the league this year. Hey, I can see that. I can see it.
I
The,
don't
the
think they're gonna have the
Broncos got
best.
a good defense, but what's good
Okay.
if what's good with what's so good about having a good defense if your defense gonna be on the couch with us? What's the point? So hey, but shout out to Ian, man. He always in the building. But yeah, so for me, the AFC will be represented by no team other than the same team I predicted last year. They disappointed me, but they will be here this year, and that's the Buffalo Bills, man. The Buffalo Bills will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. Josh Allen. To me, he's becoming one of the best quarterbacks in this league. They got that stout defense. They got a good little running back crew. You still got Stephon Diggs. So I definitely think that the Buffalo Bills can represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. Moving on to the NFC, unless you got a rebuttal.
No, I'm good. I'm good. But that's a good one though. The Bills.
Yeah, I do have
They're
a
good
rebuttal for
too.
you though, because
The Patriots. Hey, I'm
the
telling you,
New England Patriots, brother,
bro. I'm telling you, it's something. It's something about it. I think the NFL gonna make a way for Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to play each other. They have to do it
they playing
before.
each other in the regular season.
No,
That's enough.
no. They want to see it on the. I'm telling you, that gonna sell tickets. They want to see it on the big stage. That right there will sell tickets. Will get the most watched game for the Super Bowl if those two meet up in the Super Bowl. And that's why and Matt Jones, how I seen him play during the preseason, he was slinging that ball. The wide receiver, then they had some good running backs.
Mm-hmm.
They running back were killing it on the thing. So I'm going with the Patriots. But of course, I'm gonna see how the season progress, how it go.
It's early predictions. It's early
You
predictions.
know,
We're gonna
bet.
predict again. We're gonna change our picks as time go by. It's early predictions. This is just fun. We
Yeah,
already we don't know how the season gonna end. We don't know. It's always a team that'll surprise you. It's always a team that'll disappoint you. And you don't know what injuries gonna bring. You never know what's gonna happen. No, with the New England Patriots, I do like all the moves they made like in this free season in this post. I'm sorry, in the free agency. They made a lot of moves. They definitely got Matt Jones, who I believe is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. I do love Matt Jones, but it's to me that I just don't think that they're ready yet. I don't think that they're ready to take that step. Can they beat Kansas City in Kansas City? Can they beat Baltimore Ravens? Can they beat the Buffalo Bills? Can they beat the Tennessee Titans? It's a lot of. Can they beat Cleveland?
yeah,
I think it's a lot of teams that right now on paper are better than the New England Patriots. Now,
yeah,
I do like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, he can make something out of nothing now. That's one thing he
yeah.
has been able to prove, but I just don't think you could do it without Tom Brady. I do like Matt Jones though, so I just had to ask you, where the New
hey,
England
hey,
Patriots come from. But hey, it's early predictions, man. It's all
hey,
about
for some,
fun,
hey,
huh?
for some reason, the Patriots came to. I was about to say the Chief. Then I thought about the Bills. Okay, the Bills. Hey, the Bills. Hey, they a beast team. They're a beast team. I don't think the Ravens gonna beat it. I think the Ravens gonna do the playoff thing, then lose again like always. Um, bet the Titans. Hey, they can be. Hey, they can make some noise this year.
Mm-hmm.
They got two great wide receivers over. With a good running back.
Right,
But
right.
I'm just say the Patriots. I think the Patriots. For some reason, I think Bill Belichick got something up his sleeve. He got
Okay,
something up his
okay.
sleeve.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you, my man. So we gonna move over to this NFC side. I'm gonna go first. You already know where I'm going. I'm going with these Atlanta Falcons, man. Hey, it's early predictions. It's meant to be fun, but at the same time, I'm being bold this year. I'm not playing with y'all this year. I'm going with the home team. Right now, everybody 0-0. I felt like the Atlanta Falcons last year should have been a playoff team, but we no longer have Dan Quinn holding us back. We no longer have Julio Jones not playing. I think this year with Arthur Smith, to me, he could be the coach of the year. Dean Pease defense is gonna be hunting out there. I definitely think the Atlanta Falcons have the talent. They had the talent last year. It's just that last year we had this. I don't know. We would have a lead and then we give it up. I think
Blow.
last year we showed we could beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year we showed we could beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But at that time when we played them, we was pretty much trying to tank the season anyway. The Cowboys should never beat us. The Detroit Lions should never beat us. It's a couple of other teams that shouldn't have beat us last year. But I definitely think the Falcons will get on track this year. A lot of people think we in rebuilding mode, but I don't think we're in rebuilding mode. I think we can win now. And I love the moves that we made during this offseason. I think we have a different attitude, a different voice, a different motto in this city. If we could get these fans happy about the team, I think we can make that push. And last point, the Atlanta Falcons. Every time we make the Super Bowl, we always the underrated team. Going into the season, the Falcons like to play under the radar. Every time we play under the radar, next thing you know, we make big moves. Nobody's expecting the Atlanta Falcons to have a good season this year. That's when the Atlanta Falcons take off. So I got the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl matchup, man.
I definitely got the Falcons. A lot of people probably thinking the Bucks, but I got the Falcons, like you said. And why I say the Falcons, you hit a lot of the point. I think we're gonna have a beast of a wide receiver core. I think that wide receiver core is gonna be amazing. A lot of people don't understand. Like you hinted to Jones, everybody keep talking about Jones, but Jones cannot score. Jones, he can sometimes get her down the field. We know Cal Ritter can get her down the field. We know that. We know Cal Ritter can get her down the field and he can score. Then with Cal Pitts, that boy gonna get her down the field and he gonna get us in that touchdown. He gonna get us in the end zone. Then a lot of people keep sleeping on Russell Gage. I've been talking about that guy for years. That guy is going to put up number this year. He gonna surprise a lot of people. Now, who's gonna be that third wide receiver? Anywhere between Blade, Jalou or whatever his name, and I think Derby still got something to prove. I think he still had the potential to be a good player too. He probably didn't show that much in the preseason, but I think he still got time to show that he that guy for us. Cause he got the jitter out of it. He had the butterflies out of his stomach. He played the preseason game, his NFL game. So they're gonna be like his first real regular season NFL, but he got the butterflies out of the way. Now he got a good quarterback that know how to throw the ball to him. I think Darby gonna be he gonna step up. Um, the only thing that kind of ill for me about the Falcons is our defense. But it's not even our defense. Our linebacker core is gonna be one of the best. Our DBs, I think, can hold in a wide receiver core um to a limit of points and stuff. It's just our defensive line. Our defense line is the only thing shaky about. I think when they start gelling together and start figuring each other out, I seen them coming up beasting because as during the preseason, I seen them back there in back of the right there by the quarterback. By every time the quarterback was trying to throw, our defense line was back there. We just got to keep going and get that push. And when they figure each other out, I think we're gonna have a good defensive line. I definitely see enough being in the Super Bowl, even though a lot of people gonna laugh and say, "Hey, that bullshit." Don't be surprised you see the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I think we got that all around team.
Yeah, they can call me a homer. I don't care. You can call me a homer. Yeah, I am. I'm going for my team. Hey, unless we out of it, I'm always gonna be pushing for the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. But before we move on to the JMB weekly game picks, we gonna talk about these comments. So of course, Ian Johnson, he back. We appreciate the support. He said, I thought the Broncos was going to be watching the Super Bowl on the couch. LOL. Yeah, they will be on the couch. Some of them will be on the couch. Some of them gonna be at the Super Bowl cleaning up, serving concession stands and all that good stuff. That's y'all job at the Super Bowl this year. Also, you said fuck it, Broncos versus Falcons in the Super Bowl this year. So he's saying the Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons, a rematch in the Super Bowl. Hey, I'd be happy because then that'll be an easy Super Bowl for us. We gotta win that one, right? Falcons and Broncos in the Super Bowl. And then he said the Falcons gonna lose the Super Bowl to the Broncos 28-3.
How did he who?
He getting at 28-3. Okay, yeah, all right, that's cute, and that's cute. But you already know the Broncos would not be putting on no 28 points on the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons only putting up 3. Come on, man, that's silly guy, silly guy. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the last segment. And that I think we're having a great show, man. It's a great show. I think a
Yeah,
lot of people,
man, a good show.
go enjoy this show. So let's move on to our last segment. It's called the JMB Weekly Game Picks. This is where we actually pick every week. We pick who gonna win each game, and then for next week when we actually talk about it, we actually gonna see how we did. So if you want to give your weekly game picks with us, you can always hit us up in the comment box as we moving through this thing, or you can just send us a list of who you think gonna win every game for this season for this week 1 matchup. So first, we're gonna start off with 1 o'clock games. We're gonna kick it off with the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. Bush, who you got, man?
I'm going with the Jaguar on this one. I'm going with the Jaguar. The Texans, the quarterback they got a Tater, Tyrone Tater, what was his name? I
Tyrod
forget it.
Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrone Taylor. They got him at quarterback. I think the Texans just don't want to win. To be honest, they always giving up player, always doing stuff. I just don't think they want to win. So I'm gonna give it to the Jaguar. I think Jaguar definitely got something to prove. They went and brought all these guys in. Um, they had 2 first-round picks. They went and put some great players and stuff. So I'm gonna give it to the Jaguar. I think the Jaguar are gonna take this
Yeah, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. Deshaun Watson will not be playing. Of course, he's
one.
dealing with these allegations right now, so they are starting Tyrod Taylor. I like Tyrod Taylor. I just don't feel like the Houston Texans have any weapons. They don't have no defense. They lost all their defensive players. They lost all their offensive players. They in rebuilding mode. We already know that. I
Mm.
think they're gonna be drafting #1 in the next draft. Going over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, you bring in Trevor Lawrence, who I believe can be a great quarterback for this team, a franchise quarterback. You already had a running game with Robinson, but
Yes,
now
sir.
you add in Travis Etienne, who played in college with Trevor Lawrence. And then they got some weapons on the outside. They got a good defense. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars may take a step forward this year. They may win a few more games than they did last year. Will they make the playoffs? I don't think so, but I definitely think that they're going to be better than the Houston Texans, and they got this dub this weekend, man. So, next, we got the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Washington football team. I'm going to go with the LA Chargers, man. I think the Chargers last year with Justin Herbert looked good last year.
Mhm.
Derwin James will be returning back this season. Who else they got? Joey Bosa. You got a
They got
great stout
Bolton.
defense. And then that offensive side of the ball, you got Eckler. You got receivers, Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. So I definitely think the Chargers should win this game against the Washington football team. Even though I do like the Washington football team, what they did in the draft. But I still don't think they addressed the quarterback position.
Mm-mm.
I do like Alex what's his name don't they got Fitzpatrick now?
Did Fitzpatrick go to
Ryan
him?
Fitzpatrick. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Ryan
yeah, yeah.
Fitzpatrick.
They do
I
got
do like Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, especially starting off in the season. He when he's Fitz magic, you can't stop him. But once expectations start getting to him, it's over with. But I definitely think the Chargers have the better team, so I'm going with the LA Chargers.
Oh, I'm definitely going with the Charger. I think on it's just a Human definitely got something improved this year. Last year that nobody really pick him up. Like what people didn't think he had that potential as a quarterback in the NFL to be the player that have he is becoming. And I think he gonna definitely he got something to prove. So I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Chargers is an all better round team than the Watcher football team. The Watcher football team still got a little gray area here and there. I can't wait to see it play. I think gonna be a good game, but I'm going with the Chargers on that one. I'm
Yes,
definitely
sir.
going with the Chargers.
Yes, sir. So next we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Indianapolis Colts. Who you going?
Um, this is pretty tough, kind of, because I think the Colts go come out, even though they have quarterback issues. I think they got something to prove, but I'm definitely going with the Seahawks. The Seahawks just have that all around. Hey, they play. Hey, they've been in the Super Bowl. They've been playoff. They just have that better all around team. Like they've been there before. They Russell gonna come out. He gonna do his thing. Then Midkill, my boy. He definitely gonna goddamn. Hey, he definitely gonna do his thing. So I don't think nobody can hold a wide receiver core and they DBs on their defense is okay. So I'm going with the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks gonna beat the Colts.
Okay. My boy Ian, he going with the Seahawks as well. Hey Ian, who do you have with the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Houston? LA Chargers versus Washington. You already said Seattle versus Indianapolis, but who you got? Hey, if you watching right now, please comment. Let us know who you got. Follow us along. We thank you for your support, man. But yeah, so in this matchup, I got the Seattle Seahawks as well. Indianapolis Colts, they did bring in Carson Wentz, but we don't know what Carson Wentz gonna show up. Now the Indianapolis Colts, they do have a lot of talent on that team at receiving core. They got a good
Yeah.
running back, good offensive line. Defense is pretty straight. But
Hmm.
I definitely think the Seattle Seahawks have a better team overall. With Russell Wilson, you got Carson coming out the backfield with Penny, and then also you got DJ Metcalf. And then on that defensive side of the ball, you got Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, who's one of the best
Yeah.
linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the league right now. You did lose Shaquille Griffin, but at the same time, you still got some guys. Trey Flowers back there, So I feel like and then you got Jamal Adams at the safety position. So I definitely think the Seattle Seahawks have a better team than the Indianapolis Colts. So I got to go with the Seattle Seahawks on that one. Next. Okay, Ian said Jazz, and he got the Chargers. So pretty much we all align with each other right now. Next, we got the New York Jets versus the Carolina Panthers. Who you got? Oh, it's on me. It's on me. I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers in this game. Although I do like the Jets. I was kind of back and forth, but I think the Carolina Panthers, where they gonna have the advantage at is on that defensive side of the ball with Derek
Yeah.
Brown, with Gross Matos. You got the linebackers. Can't think of his name right now. Shaq Thompson, and all those guys. You got J.C. Horn, who you bought in the draft, shutdown cornerback. Can he be that guy? You still got Christian McCaffrey, who could be the best running back in the league. So he's coming back. He's fully healthy this year. And then you brought in Sam Darnold, going against back to New York. He's playing against his old team. But I do like the Jets. Zach Wilson. He kind of looked good in the preseason, but I definitely think the Carolina Panthers, have the better team in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Carolina. Like you said, in Carolina they have that defense. They got two good cornerback, Horn. Then the other guy, I think his name Smith, a cornerback from last year, they're pretty good. Um, so if it went for their defense, I'll be going with the Jets. But because of Carolina defense, I think the Carolina got a decent defense. Their defense not gonna be bad. I think they got two good safety, two good cornerbacks. The linebacker pretty good. A defense lineman okay, you know. So I'm definitely going with the Panthers. I think the Panthers are gonna beat the Jets. The Jets just don't have a defense, and their offense is so.
Right, right. Going to the chat, Ian said Jets, Zach Wilson is a dog. He also said Otto Crowder will not be playing. I think they will use Denzel Mims and more. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that as well. They do. They definitely have some talent on that receiver core. But I just think that the Carolina Panthers will be ready to play. They in our division, so I hate to see them win, but at the same time, I gotta hey, as long as they don't beat us, that's all I care about. But so we both got Carolina. Next we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Who you
Yeah.
got?
And this was a tough one. Um, but I had to go with the Bengals. I had to go with the Bengals on here. I think they got their quarterback back this year, Joe Burrow, who better step up and do something this year. Um, they also like the wide receiver core. They wide receiver cores. They got Chase. They got Higgins. They got Tate. They got some good wide receivers out there. I'm thinking the Bengals gonna step up, and I think the Bengals gonna beat the Vikings. Even though I think gonna be a good game, can go anywhere, but in a way, cause the Vikings you can't sleep on them. Hey, the Vikings got a good team. But I gotta go with the Bengals though. I'm
All
going with
right,
the
so
Bengals.
this is where we differ. I'm going with Minnesota. Yes, they got Kirk Cousins, but they got that dog in there. They got Dalvin Cook coming out the backfield. You got Adam Thielen at the receiver core, plus Justin Jefferson. And then when you look at that defensive side of the ball, I mean, come on, man, they stout. They stout at the defensive side of the ball. Now, yes, Cincinnati, like you said, Joe Burrow, he coming out the injury. How will he look? You brought in Jamar Chase in the draft. Like you said before, they got T. Higgins. But then you also got Joe Mixon back there, who could be one of the running backs in the best running backs in the league when healthy. So he do got some weapons. My question is that defense. That
Yeah,
defense is suspect.
yeah.
But I definitely think that it's going to be a close game. But if I had to pick, I got to go Minnesota Vikings, man. I think the Minnesota Vikings, the Purple Eaters, will be back, man. Ian said Vikings Adam Thielen. He said Justin Jefferson. He said I think Chase going to be a bust in the first 5 games. So he's saying that Jamar Chase is not really going to be doing that. Now in the preseason, he was dropping a lot of balls.
Yeah,
He looked pretty bad in the preseason.
He said what's his
Maybe
vision. He had he had eyes surgery. You
yeah.
said his visual messed up, so he got that fit. Claiming that what he say. That
Hey,
statement he
hey,
put
hey,
out.
the words of Shannon Sharp. If you on the field, you healthy. I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, my eyes. I had a little turf that hit him. Hey, I don't want to hear that. Did you catch if you know you can't see, don't go out there. Don't go out there. But he went out there, so hey, you was dropping balls, brother. Hey, this the NFL. This is no longer college where you got all the talent on your team. This is everybody got the cream of the crop on their team. So,
Yeah.
but I gotta give it to the Minnesota Vikings. Next, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans. Hold on, what the end say? He said the ball ain't got stripes on the side. Hey, whatever he's seeing out there, that ball don't change. The ball don't change in size. It's either
Mm-mm.
you catch it or you miss it. So I don't care if it ain't got no laces on there. I don't care what it is. At the end of the day, you gotta catch the pigskin, especially when you playing that position. If you can't catch the pigskin, you can't see it. Don't go on the field because in the NFL, them boys gonna be head hunting out there, and you may drop a pass, but you gonna catch a hit across that middle. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the Tennessee Titans. Who went first? Me or you? You went first last time. I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. I know a lot of people are like, man, the Tennessee Titans. I'm actually going Arizona Cardinals, and it's because I just don't want to see Julio Jones do well. I'm in my feelings right now. I got the right to be in my feelings right now. I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They brought in AJ Green. You still got Larry Fitzgerald who can do his thing. Oh no, Larry Fitzgerald, he retired, didn't he?
I don't think he retired. They said they pick him up. I don't think they re-sign him.
Okay. If they had Larry Fitzgerald, you still got that guy. I think you got Kyler Murray who can run the ball, he can throw the ball, he got an arm on him. So I definitely think that they have the offense. Also, that defense is pretty straight. You brought in JJ Watt. I think you got Buda Baker. You got those guys, man. You got those guys on the side on that side of the ball. Yes, Tennessee has a lot of weapons. With starting off with Derrick Henry, you got Ryan Tannehill at quarterback, Julio Jones and AJ Brown. But I definitely think that they look good on paper with the receivers. But when you have a team that run the ball a lot, I just don't see them throwing the ball. Being able to get the ball to Julio Jones and AJ Brown. Now, Julio Jones can't get in the end zone. And also, one thing about Julio Jones, I feel like he's slowing down. And also, every time Julio Jones makes a catch or he missed the ball, he doing this. He want to be subbed out every play. So I definitely think that Julio Jones will not really be a factor for the Tennessee Titans. They think they're getting something great, but I definitely think Matt Ryan had a lot to do with Julio Jones' success. So I got to go with the Arizona Cardinals, even though the Tennessee Titans have a better on paper they look better.
Hey, I'm with you. I gotta go with the Cardinals. A lot of people they think that the Titans gonna be the team, but I don't think Titans gonna be the team. They lost their best cornerback. He gone. They really don't got a defense like that no more. Their defense line is okay, but their DBs is suspect. They DBs are very suspect. They linebacker core is suspect. How, and like how I was saying, with Henry back there, you have to run. If you don't run, he probably I don't think Henry gonna get in his fitting. But Julio Jones, I don't think Julio Jones is is gonna be a a big of a commotion like people think he's gonna be. I really don't. I really don't think that. Then with that, they also lost the other wide receiver who was a second screen, who was a second guy at wide
Corey
receiver.
Davis.
Yep, Corey Davis. He gone. So I just don't see the Titans being that team. So I'm I'm going with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals got the better team. I think they got a pretty decent defense. They got a good safety, a good cornerback, a good strong safety. Their defensive line is all right. And I think they can move the ball. So I'm going with the Cardinals, but also I don't think the Titans got it.
Yeah. Ian said he got the Titans, of course. He said Titans utilities utilizes Julio Jones early in the season, and then they gonna end with the Henry show going into the postseason. And then, yeah, that's what he pretty much saying. So I can see that. I could definitely see them,
Yeah.
coming out throwing the ball more, kind of saving Henry for the playoffs, to make that playoff push. Because really, what it came down to, once the playoffs got going, once Henry got shut down, it was over for them. So maybe adding Julio Jones. No, I'm not gonna say it was a great addition bringing in Julio Jones, because it's gonna force these other teams to kind of pick their poison. Are you gonna stop the pass or you gonna stop the run? And so it's gonna be tough to play them. But I don't think Ryan Tannehill is the guy. Now, if they had another quarterback, then I could see it. But I just don't think Ryan Tannehill is that guy. Who if you tell him to go out here and make these passes, he got Derrick Henry to be his safety net. But I think Julio Jones is just gonna be there for a diversion. That's pretty much what he's gonna be. Just to distract the teams from Derrick Henry. But I'm still gonna stick with my pick with the Arizona Cardinals. He said they added. He said, I think. Oh, Michael Bush, your brother, Mike Breezy said, I think the Bengals Bearcats can kick all their ass. Hey, shout out to my boy Mike Breezy, man. Hey, congratulations on the new baby, man, a new addition to the family, man.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't get a chance to say that to you. So, hey, congratulations to you and your wife on that one, man. That's a blessing. And also, Ian Johnson said they added another week of football, so it's smart to take less abuse till postseason. Yes, they added one more game. So that's a 17-game season. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that as well. But we gonna move on. So next, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Buffalo Bills. Who you got, man? I'm sorry, San Francisco 49ers at Detroit Lions.
I'm gonna go with the Lions on. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think the Lions gonna take this, even though both teams just they have to rebuild. But I think the Lions got the better team though. I think Lions got a better team on defense and offense. 'Cause I think the Lions only like a couple players away for being a potential team that can actually do something. I still don't know about their head coach. With his speech he gave about biting knees off and all that. I still don't know what's up with that guy. But hey, I'm gonna take the Lions. I think the Lions are gonna take that W.
Okay. For me, I'm going with one moment. Let me see something real fast. Oh, he would have. Okay, yeah, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers, even though I hate to root for Kyle Shanahan because he know how he did us in that Super Bowl. He took a Super Bowl away from us. But I'm gonna go with the San Francisco 49ers because I feel like on defense they better with Nick Bosa. They got a stout defense, and then offensively you brought in Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance should start over Jimmy Garoppolo. You still got good running backs, Morstadt and all them guys, but I definitely think the San Francisco 49ers with Kyle Shanahan calling those plays can dial up better plays than the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell, which is the Lions coach, like you said before, he talking about biting off kneecaps and all that. That's how I know this man don't know what he doing right now. He don't know what he doing. He talking about biting off kneecaps and getting punched in the face, getting knocked down, and you know you already done cite yourself out. Also, I think yes, they did bring in Jared Goff, but Jared Goff not your guy. He's not that guy. You lost Kenny Galladay. You lost. I think they still. I want to say they still have. Do they? No, they don't. Still, they don't have Marvin. Um, who's the other guy they had?
They had who they had at first? It was got
Kenny
a day
Galladay. Somebody.
and who was
Can't remember who they had, but you no longer have Kenny Galladay, who was your best receiver. Now you still do have DeAndre Swift, which I do like DeAndre Swift. But all in all, I just think that the Lions are in rebuild mode. I don't think that they can win. And I just think the San Francisco 49ers are light years better than the Detroit Lions, man. So that's who I'm going with, Detroit Lions. Ian said Bills, that's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I think so. Ian, it ain't the Bills. It's San. Okay, he going with San Francisco. So we
it?
both going with San Francisco. You going with Detroit. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Buffalo. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Buffalo Bills. My Super Bowl pick. Buffalo Bills to me, they just one of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they got good defense, they got a good quarterback. Pittsburgh, yes, they good too. They got a good defense, but I just don't know what you're gonna get out of Big Ben Roethlisberger, and then you still got Juju Smith-Schuster, who haven't really shown me that he could be a number one receiver. I do like Claypool, but all in all, no, Najee Harris is gonna be a beast. He is gonna be a beast. But I think the Buffalo Bills just all around they have a better team than the Pittsburgh Steelers as of right now.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going with the Bills on this. If the Steelers had another quarterback, if they would have picked up one of the good quarterbacks in the draft, it would have been a hard decision because they do have a decent wide receiver core. They still got Washington over there that doing pretty good. Then you mentioned Claypool, then Juju Smith, depending on how he gonna play this year. And they defense are not bad. But Bills has got an all around team. Like the Bills, they just have it all. So I'm definitely going with the Bills on that one.
Okay. All right. And Ian also is going with the Buffalo Bills as well. Next, we got the game of the week. The game of the week. The Atlanta Falcons. I'm sorry, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Atlanta Falcons. Who you going, man? Who you going?
That ain't even a question. That ain't even a question. You know, I'm going with. Hey, I want to. Can y'all see me? I'm going with these people.
The
You
Dirty
know,
Birds, baby.
you
The
know, I'm
Dirty
going
Birds.
with.
So
You
I
know,
mean, it ain't. We ain't really even gotta like go alternate with this. We already know where we going. The Atlanta Falcons, bro. The Atlanta Falcons. We will be rising up in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium this weekend. I think Kyle Pitts. he get to play against his childhood team, his city team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Matt Ryan, every time we play the Eagles, he's from Pennsylvania, so it's always a big game for him as well. It's been going back and forth every time. It's always it come down to the end. Who gonna make that one play? I just have to say the Atlanta Falcons because I feel like offensively we could do some things. We may not be able to run the ball as effective, but if we could just have a decent running game where we can control, where we can at least establish the run, I think that's all we need. Matt Ryan gonna be slinging that thing, and I think that
Mhm.
defense is gonna be putting that pressure on Jalen Hurts. We no longer have Dan Quinn no more, so these guys they be ready to tackle. They ain't missing tackles like that no more. They ain't missing assignments. Dean P's gonna have this defense ready. We sending blitzes from anywhere and everywhere. So I definitely think the Atlanta Falcons got the advantage in this game. Me and my wife will be watching the game from home. It's our anniversary. Every year it seems like every time we have some a big moment in our life, it's always the Atlanta teams versus the Philadelphia teams. Whether it's in the playoffs with the Atlanta Hawks or it's the Eagles and the Falcons, or it's the Atlanta Braves. For Mother's Day, we went to the Atlanta Braves and Phillies game. So it's always every big moment. It's always Atlanta versus Philly. I think they're trying to tell me something, but at the same time, my wife will be going home sad. So please, I'm gonna go live once the game get going. I'm gonna go live so y'all can see her face before and after the game because she will be sad. But your boy going with the home team, my brother.
He going to dirty.
Uh,
No,
Ian say he going with ATL 38-24. Hey, we appreciate the support, man. We
yeah,
appreciate that one. Now, I would
yeah,
love to see us put up 38 points. Now, I don't know about that 24 for the Eagles, but I know it's gonna be a close game. I'm not gonna say the Eagles just suck. They gonna go out. They gonna be ready to play too, cause it's almost like a little rivalry game. It seems like for the past few years we've been kind of like
yeah.
competing against each other every year. So, but yeah, I definitely think the Atlanta Falcons should better pull this thing out, man.
That
Uh, any rebuttals?
nah.
So we're gonna go ahead and move forward. We going. Hey, I'm gonna be doing this a lot.
Go up
I'm gonna be
first
doing that a
down.
lot. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move to these 4 o'clock games. We starting off with the Cleveland Browns at the Kansas City Chiefs. Who you got, bro?
Hey, this gonna be a good one. I kept going back and forth. Um, but I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the Chief. I'm gonna go with the Chief. I did have the Browns at first, but I think Mahomes he just came off that loss too, and he frustrated, and I think he wanna go out there and prove. I think the wide receiver want to go out there and prove themselves. Kind of he couldn't do nothing. So I'm going with the Chiefs because I think they're gonna be a little more hungry than the Browns, but it's gonna be a good game because the Browns got a very good team over there. They stacked on paper. Um, so but I'm going with the Chief. I'm sticking with the Chief. I'm
Okay,
going with the Chief. I think the Chief gonna take it.
okay. Before I get my pick, Ian says Smith getting 100 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Falcons.
Who Smith?
Just,
Smith?
just, just, just be quiet. Let it die down. Let it die down.
Smith?
We give up 100 yards. I ain't even gonna say that. We give up 2 touchdowns and 100 yards to Devontae Smith, bro. I'm gonna have to go ahead and we're gonna have to go ahead and make a bet on that one. I can guarantee you that ain't happening. That ain't happening, my brother. 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hey, we may have to put a little friendly bet on that one, my brother. But he also he going with the Chiefs in this game. For me, the Cleveland Browns versus the Chiefs. I'm actually going to the Cleveland Browns in this game. I actually was going back and forth with my Super Bowl prediction whether it was going to be the Cleveland Browns or the Buffalo Bills, and I came up with the Buffalo Bills. But the Cleveland Browns, I think, will be that team this year. Odell Beckham Jr. returning back. You still got Jarvis Landry. You got the best running back committee with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. You got that defense, Myles Garrett, who's gonna be ready to hunt out there. They gonna be bringing that pressure. But the Kansas City Chiefs did get better in the offseason. They didn't have any drop hits early, but they did bring in Orlando Brown. So at the end of the day, they did get better with their offensive line. But I think the Chiefs are kind of like, to me, they starting to become a little played out now. Like teams are starting to learn them. I
Mhm.
definitely think receiving core. Yes, they got the tight end, Travis Kelsey. You got Tyreek Hill. Those are your guys. But at the end of the day, I think we starting to learn how to shut them guys down. Yes, they did lose. They left tackle and they right tackle in the Super Bowl, and the Bucs were just able to get to Patrick Mahomes. But I definitely think the Cleveland Browns will be bringing that pressure with Myles Garrett. Man, he's a beast, and he's coming to
Yeah,
hunt. And I definitely think they should be able to pull this game out.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be good. I can't wait to see what they a DB core look like with Ward. Um, the other dude, what name? William, I think his last name. I can't
Oh,
wait to
Greedy
see him.
Williams.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can't wait
Yes.
to see him.
Right. All right. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the New Orleans Saints. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this thing off, man. Green Bay will be winning this game. First of all, have y'all seen the videos of Jameis Winston? This whole offseason, he been doing some crazy stuff. He's actually gonna be starting. No more Drew Brees.
Mm,
Michael Thomas will not be playing this game. He's trying to get out of New Orleans. They do have Alvin Kamara coming back. I do like Alvin Kamara. But offensively, they just not gonna be the same without Drew
mm,
Brees. Drew Brees, they didn't have a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball. It's just that Drew Brees made them look better than they really were on offense. Jameis Winston, he gonna throw you about 30 picks. And he
mm,
may throw you a couple of touchdowns, but I don't think that Jameis Winston. Now, one thing they do have is Sean Payton calling them plays up, and he knows how to. He know how to. I'm pretty sure he gonna have Jameis Winston ready, but it's the Green Bay Packers, bro. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. They got the running back Aaron Jones.
mm.
Their defense is pretty stout. I definitely think that the Green Bay Packers should be able to win this game against the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Packers. Um, I just don't see this. I just don't see Winston going out there leading the team to a W. If they go, I don't see why they haven't picked up Cam Newton. I rather see Cam Newton as the quarterback than Jameis Winston. If they went and picked up Cam Newton, I would probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? Cause they can do a lot of trick play. They can do man a lot of different stuff. Cause they got two good running quarterbacks and on the team. But I'm definitely going with the Packers. The Packers has got the all around best team. They still got Clark at that defense tackle who gonna get in after quarterback. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely going with the Packers. The Packers
Yeah.
definitely get that W.
All right, so Ian going with the Packers as well, and he said they got AJ Dillon. I think AJ Dillon was a running back in this draft. I think I want to say I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so we all going with the Packers. Next game, the Denver Broncos at the New York Giants. Who you going with, man?
I'm going with the Giants. I think the Giants gonna take this game. The Giants still got some work to do, but I think they got a better team. Um, their defense not too bad. On the defense, I think probably gonna play okay because they made some move. They turned Love when they safety to a cornerback and stuff. They linebacker core is okay. They wide receiver core it could do some. It needs some work, but they there though. They still got that tight end. Eltman, what was his name? Eltman. He pretty good. He's 6'4" and got pretty good speed, a big body, and so I can see they throwing the ball to him a lot. So I'm going with the Giants. I think the Giants gonna beat the Broncos. The Broncos just don't have the offense. Well, they just don't have the quarterback. That's what they missing big time. Is a quarterback.
I'm going to Denver Broncos, man. I feel like the Denver Broncos have a good team. Jerry Judy, you got Hamler, you got Sutton. They got Noah Faint at the tight end position. Running back, I think they got. I want to say they have Melvin Gordon, but I'm unsure about that. I know they brought in Jamal what's his name, Williams out of North Carolina. Their running back who I really wanted.
Yeah.
They did bring him in. Yes, you got Drew Lock throwing the ball, and I think Teddy Bridgewater is a starter. So Teddy Bridgewater should be able to win this game with them with all those weapons. That defense is stout with Bradley Chubb, and Von Miller. You still got some decent cornerbacks. You got Patrick Surtain. You got the linebackers, you got the safeties. I definitely think the Broncos should better pull this game out. New York Giants, they got a lot of work to do. Danny Dimes a little bad in the preseason. They do have Saquon Barkley, but the Denver Broncos, they coming out there to eat, man. They gonna be shutting that down, man. Only thing they got to really worry about is Saquon Barkley. Giants really don't have any other weapons like that. That would make me be like, you know what, we got to watch out for that too. So I definitely think the Denver Broncos should better win this game. Ian said Broncos, baby, of course. He said no, no, no. Giants would not beat Denver. He said defense stat Miller, Simmons, Chubb, Surtain. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I definitely
Yeah, I
like
forgot
Patrick
y'all had
Surtain.
Simmons back there at safety.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Justin Simmons.
Yeah,
I like Patrick Surtain, man. The way he looked in the preseason, picked that thing off so clean, took it to the end
yeah.
zone. Patrick Surtain, to me, he was my best corner. He was one of my favorite cornerbacks in this draft. Coming out of Alabama. So yeah, I definitely got to go with the Denver Broncos on that game. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. I'm going Miami. I'm going Miami. Miami got a defense. They got weapons. You got Tua Tagovailoa. They just picked up Jalen Waddle. They got a good defense, and I just think New England they still got some stuff they got to do, and I think Miami is starting to become one of those that one of those teams in that division behind the Buffalo Bills. I think the Miami Dolphins is probably the number two best team in that division. Although New England, you never know where New England gonna show up. You got Bill Belichick calling the plays, but I definitely think Miami should better pull this game out with the weapons that they have.
I'm going with the Patriots. I don't think the Miami have it. I think the Miami, Atula, what was his name, the quarterback.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I just don't believe in that guy. Like I just don't think he had the criteria to bring his team over to the next level. Um, but I think the Patriots got a good defense. They DBs is good. You know, the Dolphins they got Parker, and they did draft for Waddle. Yeah, he got speed, but the dude only like 5'9", 5'9", 5'10", short guy. You know, and the Patriots have some big DB. They got JC Jackson, even though he's 5'10", but he a pretty good guy. Um,
But they still
who else?
got Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, is it Gilmore? They still got. I think they still got Gilmore. But that's another quarterback order that I about to name. That name just slipped out of my head. So I can't think of his name, but I had his name right there in my head. And then I think they our defensive line gonna be pretty good. Like I seen them in the preseason. I kept an eye on them and how they were moving, and they running back core is on point. I think the Patriots gonna take this. The Dolphins pretty good, but they linebacker core like it's suspect. They linebacker core is suspect. I don't think they linebacker core that good at all. Really, they need to rebuild their linebacker core. Their defensive line on they got on a dude whacking and the other dude that pretty good on the defensive line. But
Who you
I
talking
just
about? The
don't.
Dolphins?
Yeah, the Dolphins.
Oh, they got Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, Wickens and the other guy that pretty straight. But I seen the Patriots walk away with that W.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you on the offense. Tua Tagovailoa, Bill Belichick gonna be calling him up. He gonna try to get Tua Tagovailoa out of his, out of his game. So I definitely
Mhm.
see that the Patriots can be better than the Dolphins' offense, but I definitely think the defense on the Dolphins they gonna better get out to Matt Jones. Matt Jones gonna have to make some tough throws. Who he throwing the ball to? Them receivers. I just don't feel like he has receivers out there. Tight end, yeah, they do. They did pick up two tight ends, but and they got a little running back crew. But I definitely think the Dolphins do have that defense that can be stout. And if Tua Tagovailoa could just make the throws and run the ball, I definitely think they should better pull that game out, man. Ian said the Pats, baby. He said Matt from Alabama. He can run, he can throw, and he can and you seen what Bill do with a throwing quarterback. Um, now he got a speed. QB. Yeah, I mean, I love Matt Jones. I definitely think, like I said, the New England Patriots offense is good. I just don't think he has no receivers to throw it to. What's good if you got speed in the arm if you ain't got nobody to throw the ball to? The Dolphins got Xavier Howard. Like who matching who he shutting down whoever. They got Brian Jones on the other side. So you got two stout cornerbacks, probably one of the best cornerback duos in the league. I just don't think Matt Jones gonna be able to throw on them guys, man. But that's my thing. He said Jacoby Myers. Hey, Jacoby Myers ain't doing nothing with Xavier Howard or Brian Jones. So you're gonna need more than that. But hey, that's my pick. Next, let's move on to the Sunday night game. We got the Chicago Bears at the Los Angeles Rams. Who you going, man?
This kind of I was going back and forth with this. I'm gonna go with probably the Rams. I think the Rams probably gonna take this one. This was kind of like a back and forth, kind of depend on who the Bears start at quarterback and stuff. Um, who actually out there playing and how they kind of play the Bears. You can never sleep on the Bears because they always have a good defense. They always can put a defense together. They always just have a solid defense. I think the offense got a little better this year over the draft and free agent stuff. Um, so it kind of, but the Rams still got a pretty good team. It's a team out there. They still in the run for it, but you know what? I'm going with the Bears. I'm going to Bears. The Bears gonna be. I think the Bears gonna take. I think the Bears gonna take that. I think the Bears gonna take it.
I'm going Rams in this game. I'm
You
gonna tell
going
you.
around?
I'm gonna give you 99 reasons why I'm going
I
Rams.
already
And
know.
that's that big boy Aaron Donald coming
I
through
knew you
that
about to
middle.
say Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald will be wreaking havoc out there, along with Jalen Ramsey. You forgetting about Jalen Ramsey, man? The Chicago Bears ain't got no receivers that's gonna be able to do anything with Jalen Ramsey. Then you also got to look at that offensive side of the ball. I mean, they got receivers. You brought in Matthew Stafford. Yes, the Chicago Bears. They got Khalil Mack. They got some defensive talent. But you also got to remember they brought in Justin Fields. I like Justin
Mhm.
Fields. I think he can be good in this league. But Aaron Donald not about to let you do all that. He not he will run you down. He gonna stop the run and he gonna get to Justin Fields. Justin Fields looked bad in the preseason game against the Buffalo Bills when they cleaned his clock. He had a
Yeah.
welcome to the NFL moment. Justin Fields ain't gonna better run like that against this. Aaron Donald just shut stuff down. He's a game changer. He can dominate a game. Plus Jalen Ramsey. We already know we getting out of Jalen Ramsey. One of the best, if not the best, cornerback in the league. So I definitely think that I got to go with the Los Angeles Rams in this game, man. I just feel like they have better talent than the Chicago Bears on both sides of the ball. Ian said he's going Rams, but this should be a good game. Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be a
gonna be a
good game.
good one.
He said Allen Robinson could give Ramsey a run for his money, but with the skill level that the Rams have, they would take it this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Allen Robinson. That's gonna be a good matchup with him and Jalen Ramsey. But I just feel like Jalen Ramsey, he just he to me he the closest thing that we well not the closest thing right now that we can get to Deion Sanders. I feel like he's the closest thing we can get to Deion Sanders. Even though I feel like Darrell Reeves was probably the closest that can ever get to Deion Sanders that I remember, or Patrick Peterson. But definitely Ramsey right now to me he's one of the best cornerback in my opinion. He the best cornerback in the league. He can definitely shut down one side of the field by himself. So I gotta go with Ramsey over that Allen Robinson, matchup. And also, like I said, can Justin Fields make those throws?
So yeah.
That's what it comes down to with Aaron Donald coming up that middle. It's gonna be a hard game, but I definitely think the Rams should be able to win this game. Next, we got the last game, the Monday night game, man. Baltimore Ravens at the Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got, man?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens on this. Even though I think the Raiders gonna have a good team this year. I think our Ruggs gonna come out, have a good season. It's his time to shine. And the Raiders, I like their DBs, man. And they got that boy Martin, who I like. They also got the other boy start with A. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Uh, I think he gonna come out with a good season this year. They're gonna be his breakout season. But for right now, this being the first game of the regular season, I have to take the Ravens. I think the Ravens more prepared and more have that team come out over the Raiders.
Okay, one moment. Okay, I stand correct. I mean, and you're right. Going back to the Chicago Bears game, Justin Fields will not even be starting. It's going to be Andy Dalton, who's going to be the starting quarterback. So that to me, we already know it's about to happen, man. Ain't even no point of even talking about that. But yeah. So moving on with the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens as well. Even though I do like the Las Vegas Raiders, but I just think the Baltimore Ravens, with Lamar Jackson, it's hard to stop that man. They just added Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
They got Mark Andrews at that tight end position. They brought in some guys, man. They still got a good defense, led by my guy dang, what's the linebacker name? Can't even remember this man's name, but yeah, I think they gonna get after the quarterback. It's gonna be a good game. But I definitely think the Ravens are gonna beat the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders.
You talking about Queens?
I think the Raiders should be able to pull out this game. I mean, the Ravens should be able to pull out this game. Ian said, "Oh yeah, they got Marcus Peters." Ian said Raiders because of the Ravens injury. They lost Marcus Peters. Okay, so they lost Marcus Peters and Gus what's that? What's the nigga name? Gus Edwards. Yeah, Gus Edwards. They
Yeah, they
lost.
lost the running
Like I
back.
said, they brought in Le'Veon Bell. Can Le'Veon Bell give them that that running back committee that they can he get back to them Pittsburgh days? We about to see. But I definitely think the Ravens has more talent. Even though the Raiders got they do have Darren Waller. They got Josh Jacobs. Henry Ruggs should have a good season this season. You got that the defense pretty good with Clinton Farrell and Max Crosby. They got a good team.
Yeah.
I love their team, but I just feel like the Ravens is the better team in my opinion. They also signed Devontae Freeman. Oh, so they did sign Devontae Freeman because I thought they signed Le'Veon Bell. But yeah, so that's the game of the week, man. The J and B, the weekly game pits. We ready. I'm ready for the season, man. I don't know if you
Hey,
ready, but
hey,
I've been fiending for
tomorrow,
football.
tomorrow, I hear nothing for nobody. I'm watching football all day. Sitting on my
Nah.
couch, drinking and watching football. I may go. I've been thinking about should I go buy some ribs and cook some ribs tomorrow? Just sit down, eat some old ribs and watch the old good old games.
Yeah.
Come on, matter of fact, I may do that in the morning. Go
Mm-hmm.
get some ribs real quick. Even though I
You
usually
may want to
season
start
my
that
night
tonight.
before,
You may want to
huh?
start that right now. We going in and
Whatever.
start cooking the ribs now, so y'all can have them for halftime tomorrow. But yeah, no, man. For me, I'm gonna be watching the game with my wife. Like I said, it's our third year wedding anniversary. So shout out to my wife, man. Tomorrow we will be a house divided for a couple of hours. Tomorrow is gonna determine which team Jamari will be rooting for. So tomorrow is gonna be a big day for him. It's his signing day tomorrow. Who he signing with? But yeah, so me and my wife, we will be watching the game together. We're gonna order some wings. I was gonna cook some wings. I was gonna fry some wings up, but for some reason we couldn't find no chicken at the grocery store
Oh yeah,
all
but
day today.
they short right now,
Yeah,
especially
so
wings.
right, so we
Wings
couldn't
hard
find
to find.
wings, so now we're gonna have to order some wings tomorrow. I had the steak fries. We were gonna go all the way out, man. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to order some wings tomorrow, so we will be watching the game. We got the balloons set up. We got the green and black balloons and the red and black balloons on one side. I will be in my Falcon gear. She gonna be in her Eagles gear. So it's gonna be the battle of the birds tomorrow, man. That's the game I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm gonna be watching football all day because y'all already know I'm a football fan. I like to watch I like to try to watch a lot of the games I'm looking forward to. I'm thinking I know I'm gonna watch the Atlanta Falcons and Eagles during that 1 o'clock game. I'm probably gonna be tuning in also to that Buffalo and Pittsburgh game. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be back and forth,
definitely.
or if I can catch that Carolina and Jets game. But as far as some 4 o'clock games, I'm gonna be. It's two games I'm gonna be tuning into: that Green Bay and New Orleans, and that
Yeah,
Cleveland and Kansas City, because I feel like those could potentially be some AFC and NFC matchups.
yeah,
And then also I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna definitely watch the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears game because they're the only ones that's on. And then Monday I'm watching the game as well. So
oh
those are
yeah,
the
that
games
Monday
I'm
game
gonna
gonna
be
be
keeping.
good.
Yeah, those are the games I'm gonna be keeping my eyes on, man. But
Yeah,
it's football. It's the first week of football, week number 1, man. It's about to be in the books after Monday, and we're gonna be right back here next week, letting y'all know how we did with our weekly pick. So we appreciate everybody for joining us, man. Staying tuned with us, supporting this channel. I'm sorry the video kind of ran a little longer than we wanted, but it was a good video. I
a
feel like
good
it was a good.
video.
We had our nice little segments. Look forward to these segments next week. But we just wanted to give you guys something new. This is our season 1. The legacy begins here. So that's our motto for this season. So we want to make sure we give y'all some good content, man. I'm gonna let my boy take us out, man. But before we go, I just want everybody to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet snail if you got one, man. Hey, it's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. You see, I got my Atlanta gear on, man. Check out our new logo, the JMB, the talk of the dirty South, man. This is our show, our platform. You can still go support the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365, man. A few other channels you want to check out on YouTube. You got Sports Live in the ATL. Now his name is Slitter, my guy, man. Go support his channel. Go sub him up. Also, you got Mad Mike Sports, man. One of the best Atlanta Falcons content creators in right now. He got to go check him out. Go check out AFN, which is the Atlanta Falcons Nation. Um, that's including Mad Mike Sports, but then you also got Just K Styles, you got Jew Talk Sports, you got a lot of those guys on there, of course, with the Miss Maggie T running the show. But yeah, go check them people out, man. Check out Fan of Atlanta 365. Definitely keep checking out J and B, the talk of the dirty South, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Rise up, nation, man. Stand up, man. In brotherhood, I guess, until I trust. It's in brotherhood I trust, man. I'm gonna let my boy take us out, man. Go ahead, man.
You already know that Bush the Great. Hey, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hey, start working them tapping fingers and stuff coming. Appreciate it. Hey, keep on supporting. Hey, we're gonna keep bringing y'all content every week talking about football. We gonna continue doing this. We gonna continue giving y'all information as we get it. Um, I'm just happy the season started. I'm just happy for the games coming on. You probably gonna see us at a couple games and everything work out right. Are you gonna see us at a couple games? We gonna make sure we do some videotaping and all that. Just make sure, like my boy Howard said, tell the friend and tell the friend and tell the friend to tell the friend, tell the friend, and keep it rolling. Cause we're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
keep bringing this content to you. Hey, appreciate it so much. Hey, man, good show, a great show, a lot of information, a lot of content, a lot of good football talk, something that we love doing. Hey, man, it was a good show. It
Yep.
was a good show here.
Yep. Before we head out, Ian said he gonna be catching that Titans and Arizona game. That's gonna be a good game. And then also Ian said, I fuck with y'all, man. Hey, we fuck with you too,
Hey,
bro.
fuck with you, bro.
Hey, I told you need to come on the show. You need to debate your boy about who was better, Mike Vick or Matt Ryan. We need to have that debate, man. But definitely keep joining the show, man. Hey, if you want to come on, talk your talk, you could join us. Just let us know, and we'll send you the link. Anybody, whoever want to come on the show and just talk some football with your boys, man. Hey, come on the show, man. We try to open up the platform. That's why we go live. We can definitely invite y'all on the show and let y'all talk y'all talk, man. We gonna open up the phone. We may even have a segment where we open up the phone lines, to some fans, but right now we just working out. We just trying to figure out what people like. We want to give y'all the best content, man. So until then, we gonna keep doing what we doing, man. But we appreciate everybody's support. Comment, like, share on these videos, man. Comment if you got something to say, because we always coming back. I don't care what you say, we gonna always comment back, man. We appreciate the continuous support. Shout out to my boy Ian, man. He stayed with us pretty much the whole show. He was with us, man. Shout out to my boy Aaron. Shout out to Mike Breezy for joining the show, and just shout out to everybody who done shared, commented, like these videos, man, and all the people who will be doing that. We appreciate the support, man. It's another episode of JMB, the Talk of the Dirty South, man, and we out of here.
Out.